Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Brando here, and we're reviewing the Hammer Pure Envy. A little bit of a different format here, speaking over top of my bowling, and let's see what's out there. We've got a 39-foot challenge pattern today, fairly high volume and about 4-to-1. We just finished bowling league, so this is the burn. I'll be starting a little further left, and Jung bowled on this pair for league earlier. Let's see what he had. Started here with the Ebonite Game Breaker 5. This is my benchmark ball. Favorite ball in my bag. I use this on absolutely everything. So it's great to establish what my benchmark is, and let's see what I got. The balls that seem to get out to the right a little bit recover really well. The balls that don't get far enough right don't really finish quite as well as I want to on the back end, just because that urethane that's been used earlier in the day. But overall, it looks like my lookout here is pretty good. I'm happy with what I'm seeing, and this ball seems to be hitting the pins just fine. Now we're gonna switch to the Hammer Pure Envy, brand new ball, and this is a high-end asymmetric hybrid. Big core, big cover, not as early rolling as some of the other pieces out there like the Extreme Envy. I'm surprised that after 4 games of wear on this pair that this ball's still getting far enough down the lane to still corner. Ball's still going left into the pins. I do wish I had a little bit more angle into the pins right now, but this is getting the job done. You'll see a few balls that roll a little bit early on me, maybe see them a little bit forward, and that's because the lane's just starting to dry out a little bit. As long as I trust the ball to the right and start left with my feet to find some of the head oil, this looks pretty good. I see this ball fitting in a similar spot to my Black Widow 3.0. Kind of that similar big core, but not the strongest cover out there kind of reaction. It's definitely a little bit more cover and a little bit stronger than the Columbia 300 Atlas Hybrid I reviewed last. Compared to other balls in my bag, it's definitely a lot more than the Polaris Hybrid. Probably closest to the Polaris Solid of anything I've thrown recently. Pretty strong, it's going through the pins all right, but let's try something different. Going to the Envy Tour Pearl, I just drilled this ball. My first time throwing it was tonight. Quite surprised with this one. It gets way further down the lane in a stronger change of direction. On this type of pattern where the lanes are hooking, especially the front part of the lane's hooking, the ball's hooking early, you need this kind of bowling ball. Slides further down the lane, saves its energy, and as you can see, there's a lot stronger change of direction. This is a lot better ball when I'm trying to stand further left of my feet, feed the ball to the right, and I'm trying to help it corner and create more angle. So where I see these balls is that the Pure Envy is the earliest rolling out of the 3. I would consider that probably like my number 2 ball in my bag at most times if I was going to a tournament. I'd have maybe a Conspiracy Solid or a Mindset or an Extreme Envy out first. This would be the ball I switch to when those balls 10-pin. The Game Breaker 5 is sort of my middle of the bag benchmark, and the Envy Tour Pearl is that little bit more skid snap option. I don't know if it's truly a progression. They all kind of cover a somewhat similar amount of boards. I would say the amount of angle created by the Pure Envy is similar to the Game Breaker 5. Just the Pure Envy starts that whole process a little bit sooner. It digs in sooner, but it continues the same kind of way. So that Game Breaker 5 would give you a bit more length with the same motion down lane. That Envy Tour Pearl is more length and way more back-end motion, much sharper. Something I'm a little bit scared of seeing sometimes, but also something I need in my bag. Previous video is with the Vaporize and the Atlas Hybrid, I was talking about filling that spot on my bag. This might be it. I'm a little more comfortable seeing this in my hands than that Vaporize, which is super strong. Let's throw a few more shots here with the Pure Envy. Getting way in, moving another 5 boards up to my feet, softening my speed, and trying to use my hand to help the ball get around a little more and save some energy. I'm really surprised how good my look is right now. I thought this ball would roll a little bit too forward or maybe hook early, but surprisingly it's getting far enough down the lane and going through the pins, which is great. I'm really happy with this ball reaction. I'm surprised that a ball that's this strong and this early rolling is going through the pins this well. It's not often I can stand left of the dots, feed it right, and still have that continuation on the back end. So I see the Pure Envy as this could be the tank ball if you're somebody who throws the ball a little bit slower, somebody like a Goots or maybe even Jimu with that heavier roll. This would be as strong of the bowling ball as you need to bring. If you're bowling league, this is your tank. For big tournaments, you want to bowl your local scratch masters, then yeah, get an Extreme Envy, get a Conspiracy, or something that hooks even more. But for most people, this is plenty. For me, as somebody that naturally gets the ball further down the lane and creates more skid, this is my number 2 ball in the tournament bag. This is what I'm going to throw behind that Mindset or behind that Conspiracy. It's going to kind of bridge that gap. Ball hasn't quite made my tournament bag yet, but it's definitely going to be in the league bag. I like the shape, I like this motion, and it could definitely be something for the right houses that I could incorporate. For me to put a ball directly in my tournament bag, it's gotta be excellent. GB5 is probably the only ball I felt that way about in the last year, and if you don't have one of those, check it out. My previous Stealth Hybrid video, maybe a little rip-off, maybe we'll call that clickbait even, on 220 average bowler, but hey, my league average is 220. Really like what this guy's doing, and we do want to connect. Doing that vid was sort of my way of pushing JR Pro Shop to want to do a collab and get that out to the ether. We're yet to really do a proper collaboration, and we're really due to get something like that to happen. So if you do that collab with 220 average bowler, what do you guys want to see us do? Are we going to drill some funky bowling balls, or something he can do from home and something we can do from up here in Canada before we find a time to get together and hash something out? But yeah, please in the comments below, let us know what kind of vids you want to see. Give us some ideas, give us some direction. Thanks for watching.
You